G'day ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Doodle with Jazza. I'm Jazza and today we're going to be doodling together a lot. This is going to be fun. You're not going to get sick of me using the word doodle a lot in an immature way. By the way, this video is as good a time as any to reveal to you my new t-shirt design. It says both, I am mature and capable and have no idea what the crap I'm doing. So if you like this, go check it out, link is in the description. I'm actually getting really into making new shirt designs again, and I really want to sink my teeth into a few different options, but one I actually want to do is a pattern on the shirt with like arty, crafty looking like art supplies and stuff, basically like a doodle. And I don't know how to make doodles. I know that sounds dumb, but a lot of people have asked me sometimes in streams, do a doodle. Gross. I don't know, I struggle to think in a more abstract way visually when it comes to my art. I draw characters, sometimes environments, I sculpt things, but everything usually has a sort of three-dimensional aspect to it or feels like a whole thing. Doodles aren't that. Doodles are much more improvised and much more sort of, I don't know, like suggestive, more of an aesthetic. It's hard to describe. I actually don't know what the deal is with doodles, and today I want to find out. And as with other occasions where I've tried to figure out something I'm not very familiar with, I'll be using Skillshare, who are sponsoring this video by the way, so you can check them out with the link in the card and in the description, and you can get 2 months of free premium Skillshare membership and access to all of their thousands of courses. They have over 24,000 courses in animation, film production, fine art, graphic design, illustration, the list goes on and on and on. And even just the search doodle brings up 336 results, and they're probably results relating to doodling, the art style, not anything else doodle related. And it sort of baffles me a bit because I've done this with calligraphy where I've learned something I'm not very familiar with the help of Skillshare. You guys really enjoyed it, I really enjoyed it, but there are less search results for calligraphy than there are for doodle. Doodling is popular. I don't know how to doodle, and today I want to find out. So this is going to work the same way calligraphy worked. I am going to go through a whole bunch of different Skillshare courses and share some of the lessons that I learned in some of the more notable videos. So if you want to follow along, I'll link to them in the description, the ones that I found most helpful, and I'll be showing you my process of exploring and navigating an entirely new and different approach to art, at least for me. So I think this is going to be fun. I have no idea if I'm going to be good or crap at it, but I'm interested to see what it's all about and how it feels to do and how it differs from what I can do or have done. Let's get started. To start off, I thought it made the most sense to create a point of comparison. So I thought I'd jump into a doodle without any help. That sounds a bit weird, but I'm probably going to say that every few seconds, so just ignore the doodle joke. Don't ignore the doodle. Enjoy the doodle jokes. Anyways, I thought I'd start off with my own experiment of a doodle to show my current level of experience and understanding. Now, I'll be honest, there was a part of me that kind of looked down on doodling, or I guess thought it would be too easy or uninteresting as an activity compared to my normal drawing approach, which usually revolves around characters, scenes, actions, and interactions, and has an approach that usually feels outcome focused or follows a clear and predictable process. I found very quickly with my attempt at a doodle that, sorry. Anyways, I found not actually knowing what to do, I sort of felt at sea and didn't know how to make it look organic or cool like some of the doodles I'd seen that I actually appreciated. God damn it, I can't help it. This is, grow up. Anyway, I don't think my doodle looks bad or anything. Deep breaths. Stop it. You're a grown man. But I just knew it wasn't very good. Jacob, why am I so immature? I gotta stop doing this. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Anyways, I didn't think it looked bad or anything. I just felt like I didn't have any clear aesthetic or any characteristics that made it stand out. On to my education process. I began with a course by Karen Duchin, I don't know how to pronounce her last name, called Doodle Art, Basics and Beyond. And I have to say, I really picked the right course to start off with because not only was it clear on some great methods and tools to use in getting started, but she also provided printable worksheets. Which, for someone totally unfamiliar with doodling, was so helpful. Not only did they teach me some cool patterns I could turn to in the doodling process, but they really helped me let go of my need for a clear object or person to draw and the frustration attached with that feeling that I wasn't drawing something I normally would. This process of filling in the doodle sheets really helped me let go of my confusion and frustration, and zone out a bit and really enjoy the repetition and predictability of the worksheet. In her course, Karen talks about the point of doodling and the benefits and motivations of it, which, to be honest, until making this video, I didn't really understand. And hearing her explain how people use doodling to de-stress and enter a sort of zen-like calm and creative state really sort of made sense to me, as I was entering that state myself by filling in the worksheets as I was listening to her. Her course and the worksheets were brilliantly structured because the challenges of the tasks did increase gradually, but so incrementally that I never felt like I left that relaxed state of doodling comfortably. Sorry. Instead of learning a bunch of patterns and then being told to go fill in a page of doodles, the worksheets slowly introduced more complex or intricate doodle patterns, and then from there multi-pattern medium doodle portions that you could tackle one at a time without feeling overwhelmed, and that you could fill in whatever way you felt comfortable. So at no point did I ever feel like I got close to the uncertainty or frustration that I began with when making this video. All the while, I was still stretching my understanding, abilities, and my appreciation of doodles. I just love the phrase appreciation of doodles. I am so sorry. I'm an adult. I'm an adult! After all those worksheets, her class project encouraged students to create a page of doodles, which by this point I was not only comfortable with the prospect of, but quite excited to dive deeper into a pool of doodles. Now, I know that there's no one way to doodle and many styles to doodle with, so I moved on to Sarah Lee's course on floral doodles, hoping to learn some different aesthetics and approaches. Sarah's approach was aesthetically quite different, and she explains herself that everyone's doodles are unique to themselves. God damn it! Every doodle is special. Hey. Everyone's doodle is unique to themselves, and that you'll find your style over time. But I did enjoy following her methods and learning a bit about her style in the winding organic look of the floral doodles. While very different, the more geometric style I began with looked really cool, with interweaving and adding flourishes to them. Now, while I didn't think that the floral organic look is particularly my personal style, I definitely learned a few tricks and fun patterns that I would use later in the course and can recommend it. So I also thought these sort of patterns and florals would work particularly well as pieces on like handmade cards or even like tattoos or body art. The third course I followed was created by Kristen April Frey. She also had worksheets provided, which I settled into and enjoyed, which taught me some new patterns and ways of doodling, and her style was somewhere in between the first two, in that it was both geometric and heavily featured patterns and compartmentalized pages and combinations, but also featured more organic patterns and interesting contrasts. I found her style and approach to be most suited to my personal tastes. After filling in some of her worksheet pages and exercise, the PDF download she provided had a few full pages with sort of preset compartments that you could fill in with your own doodles. So I got stuck into a flowing organic looking page, and by this stage I'd been doodling for 4 to 5 hours and I felt like experimenting a bit. Back on track. Stay on track. So I filled the page in with coloured patterns using Sharpies and got a bit more playful. And I think this was the thing I least understood about doodling that I found really cool, which was how powerful the effect of doodling can be to get you into a creative flow and sort of calm you. Especially for people who might feel intimidated by learning how to draw or who constantly compare themselves to other artists, doodling provides a judgment-free way to create without needing to look like anything, but with results that are still pretty and organic and fun to create. Ever feel intimidated to fill in the first page of a sketchbook, or know where to start or warm up before creating something that scares you to start? Just doodle a page, doodle 2 pages, make a mistake, and make a doodle out of it. I think that's sort of the point. And Kristen talks in her course about how the effects of doodling are comforting because your brain gets to know what comes next by virtue of the fact that you're using repetition and patterns. The patterns and structure create a feeling of safety and that calming feeling which can draw you into it for hours, and then the approach, which needs no particular outcome or quality, allows you then to slip also into a creative mindset so that even the most inexperienced of artists can develop a sense of satisfaction with their creativity. After the courses I followed, it was time to spread my newfound doodle wings. That's just a picture popped into my head, but let's move on. And to use my newfound tricks to make another doodle of my own. I approached the task with the same goal as my first attempt, but this time I was much more relaxed. I felt safe knowing I had patterns and techniques to rest into, as well as tricks I wanted to try, and I have to admit, where I began not understanding the appeal of doodles or even what the point is, I really enjoyed making this piece. Particularly enjoyed that there didn't need to be a point to it. And I think that is what I learned is exactly the point. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, after one day of playing with my doodles. God damn it. This is where I started off, and I gotta say, it started off sort of awkward and uncomfortable, didn't know how much I should focus on actual shapes and objects, which I tend to be naturally inclined to do. And of course, there are different styles of doodling. A lot of people doodle actually just using physical objects and stuff, but I didn't quite know how to do one or the other. But the Skillshare classes I mentioned that I followed were really useful, especially because so many of them came with these great practice sheets, and they were really like cool ways to familiarize myself with essentially the mindset of doodling, which is something I've never really discovered until today, which has been really fun. And I love that I've explored a variety of styles and a few different classes where people have different strengths and different presentations and ways of doodling, all of which I used and applied in my own little ways to discover ways that I seem to be enjoying doodling and starting to explore my own different boundaries and comfort zones, and eventually retrying my doodle piece, and I came up with this, and I'm really happy with this as an outcome. I wouldn't naturally have known how to do something like this before, and it wouldn't have felt natural. I felt like I was forcing out my first attempt at a doodle, and it doesn't look very good. Whereas having just some simple mechanisms to follow just to allow myself to let go, zone out, and have fun with my doodle. God damn it! Oh, I love it. This has been fun. This has been a good, this is good video. Good quality content right here. Now, of course, if you want to try playing with your doodle, whether it be with friends or by yourself, make sure to check out the link to Skillshare. The link is in the description. If you claim that link and you're one of the first 1,000 people to use it, you can use Skillshare for 2 months completely free and explore all of their courses to your heart's content, from their doodle videos, their calligraphy, animation, design, photography, illustration, loads more. And I have 2 courses there myself, one on how to be a YouTuber and another on how to present to camera. So if you're interested in those and I don't know, listening to me talk about some stuff that I'm enthusiastic about, go check them out. The links are all in the description. A huge thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video, but also for making such a great website that I can use to follow to learn new skills. People shared their skills with me, skills I don't have, and I feel like my skills have improved and I'm sharing them with you. But go check out Skillshare. I highly recommend it. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. I hope you love my doodle, and until next time, I'll see you later. I don't know why I'm doing big nods today. Bye. Make sure to subscribe to my channel to see more of my videos. And while you're at it, check out my shop where I sell ebooks, brushes, photo references, video courses, and more. There's another video you might enjoy from my channel over there, and you can also check out my behind the scenes daily vlog channel, Daily JAZZA. That's it for now, and until next time, I'll see you later.